authority.
You cannot have a gun there.
You couldn't carry at all there.
Right. So our Republicans, who are supposed to be pro-gun, are actually adding more gun-free zones.
Horrible. I mean, Meekhoff, what a joke. Arlen Meekhoff, what a freaking joke that guy is.
I'm glad this is his last term.
Come on.
But he screwed us on constitutional carry, where he left it in the Senate and said, Michigan's time.
It's not
time.
the right time.
Not time right now.
But it is time for gun control legislation.
And to try to get rid of that pesky open carry stuff.
It's horrible. It's ridiculous. I mean, but this... so they add this, any property owned by a public airport authority. How the hell do you identify what property is owned by a public airport authority? The airport... obvious, sure, but we have a pilot attorney friend who says
who's also a pilot.
There's a park that's owned by an airport authority. They
Right.
bought it as like a drainage area, or runoff area, or something. It's a park,
and that would include parking lots.
And
You
it
couldn't drop
says
off your
any property.
Couldn't drop off your spouse as they're flying away.
Where
to
today you
Bhutan.
can carry essentially up to security,
sterile areas.
Yeah,
right. You can't carry in sterile areas.
Sure.
So that's just a BS edition by Michigan. What is going on with these people?
But the big thing is it allows you to conceal carry in these gun-free zones if you pay for extra training. And guess who's supporting the bill, Brian?
Michigan Coalition of Responsible Gun Owners who have training instructor programs.
That's weird, isn't it?
And
Isn't that weird?
And they get money for every person that those instructors train.
And they said, we support this bill and we will quickly create a course that complies with this bill if it passes very quickly. And then made another post that I saw that said,
wait a minute, is Meekhoff on the board of directors, or is it Rumstead?
It's some of them, right?
Yeah, what a scam.
Then the other post that makes it even more obvious what it's about, that says, also, we will train. You can pay us, and we'll train you to become a trainer. And even if the bill doesn't pass, it's good because then you're a trainer.
Here's the thing. It exempts instructors already.
Yeah, it does. Which, okay, I get it. I mean, if you can teach it, you should be the same as having gone through the training.
Now,
right?
if you but the thing is now, though, and in addition to that, if you want to start carrying in those gun-free zones with the exemptions, you have to go pay $20 to get a new license that has it on your license.
If you want it before renewal.
Before a renewal.
Yeah,
right.
or a new license. Yeah. So it costs you the $150 for the advanced outside the home protection training, and then $20 because you're going to want to get it right away.
Sure. Yep.
I mean, as we've said about concealed pistol licenses in general, it hurts poor people the most. Right, because they can't afford that. Today, maybe they scrounge the money to get a concealed pistol license. They can open carry into a school or into a church if they're allowed, or wherever it is, these gun-free zones. But then they can't afford this extra training, so if it passes, they won't be able to carry there anymore.
Right.
Absolutely
Openly.
terrible. Absolutely terrible. Right. Well, at all if they don't pay for the extra training.
Yeah, that's right.
Terrible stuff.
And, of course, most of those gun-free zones are private property. They're bars and churches and hospitals and stuff, so they can ban you anyway. They can
ban guns anyway, so all it's going to do is turn into that. And the bill has very specific wording that says this does not, or none of this is supposed to restrict a private property owner from posting a sign and banning guns. So, I mean, they call it out in there to make it real obvious what's going to happen.
Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Jerks.
Good news with Michigan Open Carry Incorporated.
Ooh.
They were in a battle on a FOIA request, Freedom of Information request, to get some documents because they made a statement about, well, the story is really quick. They had an employee working for them that was a school crossing guard. It was a female, and she carried a gun openly when she worked having the kids go across, and they said, well, you can't do that. You know, you're working for this, we can't do that. And she's like, well, okay, why? And they said, well, it costs too much for our insurance. Our insurance rates go really up when we have people that are armed. So MOC said, all right, let's see those documents. Prove it.
Yep.
And they refused, and they refused. And finally, we took them to court and sued them. And they won. We lost the case.
Yeah.
The local judge sided with Harbor Beach that they don't have to give you those documents. Well, that's not quite true. So we appealed. And apparently the city got some new attorneys or something happened because they actually acquiesced and said, all right, we'll give you the documents, plus we'll pay you your $7,000 in attorney fees.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's a big turnaround.
It's a big turnaround. Something happened. As you said, it's sad because that's $7,000 of, taxpayers' money, but probably insurance.
I mean, and that's probably a small portion of it. That doesn't include the money they were paying the city attorneys to fight it in court.
Right.
I mean, they're going to get the documents, and they're not going to charge them their standard fee for
10 cents a page or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is. Which isn't.
So that's a win for us. I will
absolutely.
I will say Michigan Open Carry is about ready to sue the Michigan State Police over a similar FOIA.
That's going to be
request. Good. That's going to be big if it happens because
good.
What we're asking, Michigan Open Carry is asking, is a sort of a detailed accounting of how they spend the concealed carry money fees that we pay to get our license. They're supposed to produce a report every year on their expenses. Well, you want to hear what their expenses are? This is what they report on their website. Mm-hmm. We brought in $3,658,000. We spent $3,686,000, and that's their entire report.
That's
So we're asking, we want it itemized, right?
What'd you spend it on?
And for the first thing, they ignored it. Mm-hmm. They got 10 days to respond. They did, and then we finally they responded. They said, "Oh, it's on our website. There, that completes the request." Our president of MOC for the third or fourth time said, "No, this is not exactly. This is what we want specifically." Cites all the law and everything, and really haven't heard anything from them. So they're discussing it with their. I'm sure it's the same attorney because this guy is a specialty with FOIA stuff.
Yeah, my guess is Michigan State Police right now are scurrying to create that documentation.
Maybe,
or
they just don't.
They'll
care.
get it before they're sued.
Maybe,
or once they're served, or whatever.
I bet it's exactly. It'll come out exactly what was brought in. That's what they'll spend.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, nothing left.
Because I can make those kinds of receipts up too.
Yep.
But it's it's asking for accountability from your government. There's transparency there, and they're screwing around.
I mean, the problem here is it's not just like asking for some transparency. It's spelled out in the law that they must provide this report and post it on their website. I mean, it's spelled out specifically in the law, and they're not doing it.
And the sad thing is that Michigan Open Carry has a good working relationship with the state police. They have 2 liaison officers that are guys, they know each other, and they've worked together on different things.
So that would be my concern about the situation. Is that
I don't know how that's going to reflect.
And but we're going to see open carriers being harassed all over the state.
Yeah. the Michigan State Police are like, we shoot a couple of those MFers. That'll fix their wagon.
We'll redact that legal update 86 or whichever one it was.
Fix their bacon.
We'll fix their bacon. I had some bacon for dinner.
Shut up, I didn't.
It was on a potato.
Ooh, I like potatoes.
Sour cream and cheese.
I don't think there's a potato I don't like.
Better. Mr. Potato Head?
Especially him. Mrs. Potato Head, not so much.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I love
she got those ears.
The the thin, red-skinned potatoes, the small ones that, you boil them, and they crunch like an apple. I could just eat those. They're so sweet.
It's a radish.
Oh, damn it. Thought it was a potato.
Well, it's almost time for a break, but this whole Rand Paul thing's getting more and more interesting.
Yeah.
The dude got his butt kicked, so he should probably spend more time in the gym like Paul Ryan.
Well, everybody says that, but I haven't read anything other than Rand Paul was tackled from behind.
Yeah, while mowing his lawn with earplugs in.
Yeah. So, blindsided, literally.
Yeah.
But I heard that's all it was, that he was just tackled, he broke some ribs. 3 of them were completely broke. They
Yeah,
disassociated or whatever they called it.
Yeah.
Now, I broke a rib this time last year.
And all you did was fall on the ground. So you can see being tackled.
Well, and mine wasn't, it was just a fracture. It wasn't displaced.
Right. Yeah.
And my God, it was the most painful thing I had in my life.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah, I know. So was the neighbor. The neighbor came over. Didn't care about you, but
not
she
a
came,
lick. I'm screaming and swearing on the ground, holding my side.
That was the best thing.
She's like, by the way, did you get some mail of mine?
She did not care. She's the best kind of neighbor. Just mind her own damn business.
Obviously, this guy deserves to be on the pavement, withering in pain. Maybe he'll pay his loan back sooner.
Yeah, right. He must have owed someone money.
Yeah,
I guess anyway, so. All those broken ribs and some fluid around his lungs.
Yeah, and there was some facial. I guess there was some cuts and bruises and stuff.
I don't know. He didn't mention that. I mean, Rand Paul said what his injuries.
So
were.
did he? So who got his ass kicked?
What do you mean? Rand Paul did.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I thought you were saying the other guy got beat up.
No,
by
but
Rand
what's
Paul,
weird? No, that's what I'm saying. Rand Paul needs to hang out with Paul Ryan and go to the gym more often.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They
arraigned him today.
They came out. Media all over came out and said it was a dispute over landscaping.
Yeah.
That the Rand Paul Ryan the Pauls don't mow their lawn well enough and stuff, which is weird. Rand Paul mows his own lawn,
but I think he grows pumpkins and he has a garden.
Yeah.
And he's violation of the homeowners association.
All of the neighbors, including the president and somebody on the homeowners association, said none of that's true. They take care of their yard. We've had no complaints, no issues. Okay. So it's really weird.
I don't know what's going on. The guy who attacked him is a retired anesthesiologist.
Yeah, so maybe it's a doctor feud.
And he invented a pain relief brace.
Did he offer it to?
Well, that's what people are saying because it helps with sore backs. And it's packets of rice that you heat up, and then you can strategically place it with Velcro on your back where the pain is. So I think he's trying to get Rand to do a advertisement for it.
His retirement's not doing as well as he'd like.
I think
he's trying to sell another one.
I think he's doing good because he sells the damn thing on CV.
No, what I'm saying, he wanted to sell one to Rand Paul.
The shopping network.
Not anymore. He doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
He probably won't.
Well, I think he does.
I think that'll end.
I don't think so.
I think so.
No, I think
it's hard to sell him from prison.
It's a misdemeanor.
He's not going to prison. I know.
It was weird though because I heard the arraignment. I guess where he goes before the judge, and makes his plea.
Well, it wasn't a formal arraignment, but it was
something before the judge, and said the charge was domestic assault.
Yeah,
4th degree. Why was it domestic?
Because they're at their home.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
That's what domestic. Look,
I know what domestic means.
Every state has their own thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 57 now different state laws regarding domestic abuse.
Huh. I didn't know that.
It turns out,
he pleaded not guilty.
There's really, really strong evidence that the dude was a crazy liberal.
Well, from his Facebook posts and stuff like that, he was very pro-Obama and anti-Trump.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think he's a foreigner. He's Rene Bastillo or something like that. He looked foreign.
His name was Jeffrey Smith.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he looked foreign.
He looked foreign to me. I don't know what to,
like.
Damn it! You know how those foreigners look.
A gray alien.
Not that kind of foreigner.
Oh, okay.
Jeez. A terrestrial.
Okay,
not extra. No, he had that French cocky look.
You want to take a phone call? Someone's calling.
Sure, we can take a phone call.
Okay, let's see. Thanks for calling At Odds. You're on the air. What's on your mind?
Hi, I'd like to talk with Nate and Brian.
Yeah, this is Nate and Brian. We're live now. What's up?
Oh, hi. This is Paul Fields in Traverse City.
Yeah. How you doing, Paul?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I heard about. I was listening to your show, and I was listening to about Brian's ordeal with the iPhone. That's not so uncommon.
Uh-oh.
I've read several articles, actually. Google is notorious for it. So anytime that you talk to Google, it's recorded. They said the iPhone and